Hello, Hatter fans. Bill Topping here with Coach Lynn, Bria, and Victoria McGowan. Basketball coming up. We are talking about a lot of success last year and the ASUN tournament, of course. Quite a few highlights involving this young lady, one in particular. But this year, the preseason prognosticators have said third or second in the conference. Last year, kind of snuck up on some people as far as the rankings were concerned, but you've had a lot of changes. You have new coaches. A few of the players are gone. Some playing pro ball. So, what are we looking for? What are going to be the differences this year, Coach?
Well, I think the difference, a new season. I'll say about the poll what I said about the poll last year. It really means nothing to me. You know, that's what I said about last year's poll. And as you can tell from where they picked us last year to where we finished it, you can't really go by, by the polls. So we appreciate that maybe some of them appreciate a little bit more that we're going to be still a good team, which I knew we were a good team last year. We lost Tasha Grabowski. I think that's a big. We lost Tierra Brown, which I think those two players really hurt us. So I think, but we've added some really good players. I think our players who have come back have gotten better, including Victoria. I think Sasha Sims is playing better than ever. So, I don't know how much this team will be different than last year's team. In not having Tasha, not having a 6'3" post, we're going to have to do some things a little bit different. But I think the versatility of this team will be our strength, and I think the depth of our team will be a strength. Last year we played 10 players, Bill. That was it. That's all we had on the roster.
I remember.
Yeah, and this year, we've got some depth, and we substitute, and I don't feel like I don't think we lose anything. I feel like we stay pretty good with every player that we have, even when we substitute. So it's going to be different. It's going to be a challenge. I think it's harder when you don't sneak up on people. They picked us higher. There's a little bit more pressure there, but I feel like the player we've added, we got a transfer named Shanasha Sanders from Cincinnati, who is really strong and a great guard, and is going to be hard to guard, and really she's just dynamic and just a very solid guard for us. So. And then our freshmen, they make freshman mistakes, but we got a lot of talent there. So, but we're not there yet. We're still not a very good team right now. We've got to get there.
You've got 2 or 3 weeks, Coach.
Well,
so
it's going to be a work in progress.
Absolutely. Now, Victoria, you're a junior this year, and you had quite a bit of success last year. Toward the end of the year, you came on very strong. You've been given the preseason nod of ASUN Player of the Year. That's what they call pressure. So, how do you figure to handle that this year?
I'm just going to do what I do every game, and every practice, go hard, try to get better every game.
Well, if you get much better, then I think the team will have that success you're looking for, Coach.
It's okay if she gets better. I'm allowed to.
What I found interesting about Victoria's play last year was, of course, it did get better, but your ability to rebound, to get that long bounce rebound, it was almost uncanny, your ability to get to the ball. And this year, have you worked on any of that, or is that just something that kind of comes natural?
We always work on rebounding in practice every day.
Right.
We have rebounding drills, toughness drills.
And so that's the kind of thing that we're looking forward to again this year. So, Coach, one other thing, I'd like to talk a little bit about the schedule. Of course, the conference remains the same this year. Belmont they'll be leaving the conference, but this year everybody's still the same. Our non-conference schedule, it's a little bit different this year. Who are we playing on the road? Florida, and then out of state we're playing a couple of teams. Yeah,
we play Florida on the road. It's our second game, and we play Ball State on the road. And we actually go to a tournament at Winthrop, and we play 3 games. It only counts as 2, but we play 3 games there. And I felt like that would be good for us, as far as playing back-to-back games to see how we do. But it's going to be a nice tournament for us. So I think our non-conference schedule, we've got Georgia Southern on the road. We played them here last year. I think our non-conference schedule, it's a good schedule. We also go to South Florida. They're a very good team. So we've got our work cut out for us as far as that. But I like we're a little more on the road this year as far as our non-conference than we were last year. Last year we had a home schedule more so. This year wanted a little bit more challenge. I felt like we have a veteran group that can handle that, So it was by design that we decided to play a little bit more on the road this year in our non-conference.
And finally, you have a new coaching staff. All the coaches have And that happens on teams that are successful. Coaches tend to get moved, especially assistants.
Yeah.
But you have a new coaching staff. Like talk just a little bit about them.
Yeah. Well, they're very good. I mean, I think I've put together a really good staff. I hope to keep them longer, but if we keep winning like we do, you don't keep them very long. But Josh Keys, he came from College of Charleston, has a lot of experience. Did a lot of their recruiting there. Herman Burge came from Florida Gulf Coast, was also at Mercer, so he's very familiar with our conference.
Absolutely.
But he can recruit Georgia and Florida very hard for us. And then Nicole Woods actually was at Southern Illinois, and she was a graduate assistant there, but just a really good young coach, recruits very well, and they all three they do a great job as far as them working together. Bring a lot of energy on the floor, so they've been a lot of fun. It's different. Your assistant coaches, I think, is the hardest thing we do as head coaches, is putting a staff together. It is the hardest thing we do, and but I've been very fortunate, very blessed to get three really good people.
Well, Coach, we're looking forward to success again this year now that you've put a little pressure on yourself. The women's program at Stetson now having been to the NC2As twice in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind that again this year, by the way, as far as I'm concerned.
None of us would, Bill.
Very good.
That,
okay, well then we'll put
like
this on
pressure.
record.
It's good. Pressure is
Pressure
good.
can be good.
It is good.
Well, thank you very much,
All
Coach.
right.
Folks, Bill Topping from Stetson, and that's preseason basketball on the women's side.